If you've seen any of my videos, surely you've noticed my desk/workbench is often cluttered. I'm constantly trying to declutter it, and today is no different. So, if you're interested in seeing some small but useful 3D prints I've made to better organize, stick around. Alright, first up, I found this set of Brkts for these mini toolboxes. I picked up 2 of these toolboxes a little while ago when they were on sale for $10 each. And they've been stacked full of my guitar tools and 3D printing tools ever since. But they take up a good amount of space on this desk. As you can see from the picture of the model, it's not originally made for a pegboard, or in my case, the wall control panels, which brings me to these pegboard anchors. So I jumped into Tinkercad and started remixing. I basically made the back thicker and added some mounting holes for the anchors. A pretty simple remix. But I also remixed the anchors for 4 screws because I wasn't sure how many screws I would need. Funny enough, looking at it now, during the editing of this video, I'm not entirely sure why I took the time to put 3 of them together. I could have just as easily printed 2 anchors per side and had the same result. Not sure what I was thinking there, but not the first time I've made something unnecessarily complicated, and probably not the last. Anyway, I printed the Brkts out of PLA, but I started by putting the anchors in, which I printed out of PETG. Then I lined up the top screw and screwed it in. It's not necessary to have this long of a bit, but it certainly helped. I ended up only using 2 screws per side. What you're actually seeing is my first iteration of this remix for these Brkts. I realized after printing them all that the back was too thin, so I ended up using these magnetic screw pads to help hold the lids up until I reprint them with the thicker backs. But I need more black filament before I can reprint. Okay, before I move on to the next set of shelves that I designed in Fusion 360, I want to show you this lamp that NOEVSBIG sent me. This is an adjustable swing arm lamp that comes with a heavy base, so you can mount it to that and slap it on the desk, or like I did, use the desk clamp so that it takes up less space. For me, this lamp is going to make lighting some of my videos much easier and has completely replaced my old desk lamp. I'll leave a link in the description if you're interested in checking it out. Alright, now let's jump into Fusion 360. I started with a sketch on the top and made a center drawn rectangle 160 millimeters by 70 millimeters. Then I pressed E to extrude and made it 6 millimeters thick. Then I clicked on the side and started a new sketch there. This tall rectangle will end up being the back side of the shelf. I made it 55 millimeters tall by 5 millimeters thick. Then I just drew a straight line from the edge of that down to the center of the bottom block, and another line from the edge of the bottom block to the center of that last line. Then I extruded the back all the way to the opposite side, and I extruded the side in 5 millimeters. Then I chose to extrude the side again, but this time I clicked Object in the Start drop-down on the Settings box. And click the opposite edge of the shelf. Next, I started a new sketch on the shelf and turned the line tool into a construction line and drew a center line just to make mirroring easier. I'm not sure if I make this easier on myself or harder on myself by doing this, but it's what works for me. After that, I added another construction line 2.5 millimeters down from the back wall and 1.25 millimeter over from center. This will make the end gap 2.5 millimeters when I mirror. I came down to the bottom and came up 2.5 millimeter and over 2.5 millimeters. I use those lines to know where to start and stop my square, which will be the tray. Then I mirrored it over and gave the corners a 5 millimeter round over . Then I extruded them down 4 millimeters. Next, I gave the bottoms of the trays a 2 millimeter fillet and the tops a 1 millimeter fillet. Then I started selecting all the edges I wanted to give a fillet and gave them a 1 millimeter fillet. I eventually decided that the back didn't need to be a full piece, so to save on filament, I decided to cut some of that out. So I made another center construction line and drew half of a kind of V shape and mirrored it to the other side. Then I extruded it out. Now I wanted to add fillets to the new edges that gave me. So I dragged my last fillets to the end of the timeline and right-clicked it and went to Edit Feature. Then I held down Control and clicked all the new edges I wanted, and that part is done. Now I just need to add the mounting holes. So I started a sketch on the back, drew another construction center line, locked it in place by right-clicking and hitting Fix. Then I grabbed the circle tool and made two 5 millimeter circles. Then I grabbed the dimensions tool and made the lower circle 18.8 millimeters from the bottom of the shelf. And I made the upper circle exactly 1 inch or 25.4 millimeters from the lower circle. I did that because the holes on the wall control board are exactly 1 inch apart, center to center. Then I used the dimensions tool again to make the circles 50.8 millimeters away from the center line. When I mirror this, it will make the gap exactly 101.6 millimeters apart, or 4 inches. I drew another construction line up the center of the circles and over the top of the shelf, with 2 more construction lines coming out either side at 3.5 millimeters each. This just made it easier for me to make the 1.5 millimeter rectangle cutout that would allow the shelf to still sit flat on the board without touching the anchor backing. Then I mirrored that to the other side and extruded the holes all the way through in rectangles 1.5 millimeters, as I mentioned. Now I just needed to make a countersink for the screws, so I grabbed the circles on the face of the shelf and gave them a 2 millimeter chamfer. And that's it. Let's print it out and get it hung. I did make 2 of these shelves. One was twice as deep as what I just showed you, and it holds some of my guitar care products. I ended up only using 1 screw per side, but the option is there for 2, and I'm well on my way to having a cleared off desk. I just need to figure out what to do with the rest of this stuff. Got any ideas? Drop me a comment. Alright, that's all I've got for you today. If you enjoyed the video, leave a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you're not already subscribed. I appreciate you tuning in. Catch you in the next one. And as always, have the best day ever.